guys, so I said I was going to make some videos reviewing a couple of the shows that aired this season, and then I didn't do that. I got really busy, so I'm here now. I'm going to try to put all the episodes in this one video. I try not to bore you all. Spoiler alert, obviously. If you haven't watched the shows, watch them first and then come watch me. Or if you don't care about being spoiled, then continue viewing. So first up, we're going to start with Scandal. I am a huge fan of Scandal since the very first season. Going into the season, I wasn't that excited. I wasn't really pumped for it. I think that has to do with the ending of the last season. It just left things at a place where I was kind of okay, and I was like, oh, I don't really need to know what happens next right now. I want to know, but I'm not dying to know. Honestly, if the last episode of last season was a series finale, it would have been fine. I would not have been okay with that. Let's make this clear. Scandal can never end, or I'll die. But it was a good finale. Going into the first episode, I was into it. I liked the comparison with the wedding, the all-American wedding, and Fitz and Olivia. Everything was great up to the Princess Diana moment where the princess is on the ground and Olivia's coming her. It was all great to watch. It was riveting. And then from there, the episode kind of died down. It kind of turned into a regular Scandal episode, which a regular Scandal episode, much better than most things on TV, but just not season premiere, premiere worthy. At the end of the episode, it got good again when everyone's like, oh, Sally Langston just put all the information about Olivia on blast. Like, oh, they know it. Everyone's going to find out. Episode 2 bring. And then episode 2 was kind of like, and we're going to go down again. It turned into, oh, Olivia's going to run away and no one's ever going to know. And we're back to the, will they or won't they? Which, that's the core drama of the show. Fitz and Olivia, will they or won't they? But at some point, they kind of either have to not at all or get together because this is going to get old after, 6 seasons. So at the very end of the second episode, where Olivia says yes to that question and then it ends, you're like, what? What just happened? She totally told everyone. Which that would be interesting. That's so much stuff that we haven't played with yet, that the writers haven't played with. What happens if the Fitz and Olivia are actually together, and the world knows, and Melly has to live with it, and that is interesting television. So if that's where this is going, and that's the path, I am on board. I'm on board more than I was at the end of last season, or at all of last season. How to Get Away with Murder. I watched the first season. I liked the first season. I didn't love the first season. I think a lot of that has to do with Viola Davis. I like Viola Davis more than anyone else on the show. I think a lot of the writing is for Viola Davis and Viola Davis alone. I think a lot of the times the writers of How to Get Away with Murder write to see what Viola Davis will do with their dialogue, which is riveting. I will watch Viola Davis for an hour every week. She's amazing, but she's just here while everyone else kind of goes around here. And I don't know if it's because Viola's that great, which it probably is because she is that great, but I kind of also feel like they don't want anyone else to kind of match her. Like in the way it's edited, she has to be here and everyone else is kind of there, and I guess that's what they kind of want Annalise Keating to be. But I don't even feel that invested in Annalise Keating. I really just watch the show for Viola Davis and her acting moments more so than, what the characters are going to do or what the plot of the show is. That's something different than I can say for Scandal, where I am invested in every one of those characters and each one of the actors having fantastic acting moments. It's like an ensemble, a really, really good ensemble. Unless you're Huck, and then I don't care. I mean, the actor that plays Huck is great. I just hate his character. I kind of wish that character would die. Scream Queens. I watched episode 3 of Scream Queens. I did not like episode 3 of Scream Queens. I didn't think it was that funny. It's very clear this is going to be specifically a comedy now, which I should have saw beforehand. I was just kind of hoping that it was going to be a little more horror-based. It's not. It's a comedy, and I don't really find it that funny. Episode 1 and 2 were pretty funny. Episode 3 kind of lingered in the scary movie comedy genre, which I don't really find that interesting. Scary Movie 1 and Scary Movie 2, funny. Scary Movie 3 plus all the ones that came after it, not that funny. And I think this kind of focused in the not that funny realm, in the parody realm, which maybe it was there in episodes 1 and 2, but that can only last for so long with me. And this is a personal choice. I know other people will love it, and that's on them. I probably won't stay around too much longer. I'll binge watch it later. I'll catch, the highlights and watch it later and make my opinion on the whole show when probably the season's over. But it's nothing really keeping me around on that one. Now, a couple of shows I haven't talked about that are new. Quantico, amazing. That pilot was just so, it grabbed you right in, and there's all the secrets, all the drama, and you're just like, where is this going to take me? Kind of like How to Get Away with Murder, it shows you this big event that's happening in the present time, and then works in flashbacks. Also like how Once Upon a Time and kind of like Lost for a couple seasons, works kind of in the flashbacks while this big event happens in the present, and story gets pushed that way. Information is given to you through flashbacks. So, I mean, they're not really doing anything that I haven't seen before on TV. It's just the way they're doing it is just so interesting, and the characters are so interesting. And the diversity of characters is so interesting to have, and refreshing, really, to have on TV. Minority Report. I decided to watch it because I was a fan of the TV show. Or, sorry, I was a fan of the movie with Tom Cruise. The show is there. It's not good. It's not awful. I've seen much worse shows. It's trying to be a crime drama with a twist. And we already have that same show in Sleepy Hollow with that same duo, that same core pair of the female detective, the black female detective, with the white male that's kind of out of place. I've already have Sleepy Hollow. I don't really think we need Minority Report in the way that it was presented. Still, it's fun to look at. It's cool. The future is pretty interesting. But as a crime drama and the week to week, nothing really is new there. Blind Spot. Now, I watched Blind Spot. I think there's 2 episodes, 3 maybe. No, I think it's 2 episodes. Everyone's talking about it. It's pushed all summer long. They're like, watch the show. It's about a girl and she's in a bag and she's naked and has tattoos. It's so cool. I don't get it. I mean, let me rephrase it. I get it. I don't get the hype. It's kind of the same thing with The Blacklist. I tried binge watching The Blacklist. I'm like, all right, I'm not, it's hyped so much that I'm like, it's okay, it's good, it's just not that great. It's not great television, it's nothing new. It's nothing that smart. I find Quantico to be more interesting than Blind Spot. Maybe after a while, I'll come back to it in a year and be like, oh great, this show is awesome. Why is no one telling me about that? It's so awesome. But until that happens, will not be watching you. One episode of a show that's been around for a long time, Law & Order SVU, I did want to talk about because it was so good, this episode, the last episode. The season premiere was very, typical Law & Order. There's a bad guy, we gotta get the bad guy, the bad guy's running away, we found him, great. In this episode, this last one, tackled so many subjects, transgender teens, kind of social differences, income families, how that's different from higher income families. It was just a lot going on, and there was really no bad guy. Like, this episode just showed 2 kids kind of that had a clash of worlds, and clearly one was at fault for that, but at the same time you felt for that kid, and obviously you feel for the victim. And you don't really want anyone to go to jail for this, but someone has to, and you just kind of are broken up inside. It's worth the watch. If you don't watch Law & Order, or you didn't want to, I would say just give that episode a watch. It has a lot of topics in there that are very relevant in there. And I think Law & Order does a really good job of showing it. I think they normally do a very good job showing what's happening in the world currently. And this is an episode that's not, ripped out of the headlines, or an episode that's not, too super, the drama is made to this big degree. This is something that could happen, and probably has happened, maybe not in that exact way, or with those 2 worlds, but definitely transgenders have had their own issues, and coming from a society where you don't understand issues, or that coming from a culture that you're not exposed to different things, and then you're exposed to it, you're kind of caught off guard. It's very interesting, and it's worth the watch. So, as of now, that's all the shows. You can let me know if you want me to watch other shows. If you completely disagree with my opinions on these shows, let me know what you're thinking. Until next time, bye guys!